Well, hello and welcome to my channel. Wow, I really should have at least slicked down my edges, but I don't care today because I'm not really in the greatest of moods. Yeah, today's video is going to be a little rough. Don't mind my hair or my rough appearance. It has been 3 weeks since I last filmed a video. It hasn't been 3 weeks since I've uploaded though, because I had enough foresight to pre-film videos while I was going to be away and gone. I've been traveling for work, which was very stressful. I just got back yesterday and I couldn't be happier because I was one person doing the job of 3. So this downtime is very much what I needed. But then a certain person just aggravated me. Today's video is going to be a little different. I'm just going to be venting and doing my makeup. I really just need to get a lot of stuff off my chest. And the person I would normally go to vent is going through her own stuff right now, so I don't really want to like bother her with my stuff. Let's just get into it. I'm Tiffany, by the way, if you're new. I'm just going to do my makeup and just vent. Hey. So I had tried to film a makeup look doing this look, but obviously it didn't work out. Somehow the file got corrupted and all I had was like bits and pieces of the original video, so yeah. I feel like I wasn't really making sense in my original video when I really just, I don't know, it just needed to work out this way. So I'm gonna try a different format and just sit and talk and vent, I guess. Yeah. By the way, yes, there's a hair change. Don't look too closely, it's looking a little raggedy. It's been like 3 weeks. This is coming out pretty soon. It's all bleh. I did it myself, so it's extra trash. This is like my 5th time doing my own braids. It's getting better slowly but surely. Like, yeah, it's still a little yikes, but I'm working on it. I don't even know how to like broach the subject now. I'm actually shaking a little bit because I'm really nervous, because this will be my first time like sitting down and talking about something pretty personal. So my trip was nice. I had very little free time. I was hoping to be able to film out there, but that didn't work out, so okay, I'm stop stalling. I pretty much just want to come on here, talk and vent for a little bit because there's something that's just been weighing on my mind heavily and I just want to talk it out, pretty much. So I have somebody in my life, I'm gonna call them Red, who is very much like a thorn in my side, again, and not in the good way. That's, oh my god, okay. There's somebody that I know, and they're not that great of a person. So pretty much what I'm going to be talking about in this video is like dealing with emotional manipulators and narcissists. So if that's not your jam, I completely understand, and I'll see you in the next one or never, maybe, I don't know. Red is someone I've known all my life. They're somebody that has been a constant presence in my life, and it hasn't been a healthy presence. They're somebody who is able to present themselves. They have a nice civil veneer. If you were ever to meet Red, you would think there's no way that they're that bad. There's no way they're capable of that level of manipulation and gaslighting and whatever. But that's what people like Red do. That's what they're good at. They're good at hiding their true selves from everybody except their victims. I guess I've had it with them, and I can't continue to expose myself to somebody who, it seems like they're just hell-bent on like breaking me, you know what I mean? So let me back up. Red is somebody who needs to be in control at all times. Everybody that's surrounding them, they have to have control over them, or they're not happy, and they're gonna make your life miserable, a living hell, until they feel like they do have you under control. That's the type of person that they are, and they'll do whatever it takes to get you under control. It wouldn't be so bad if Red wasn't so smart, and like Red, they're so good at what they do, because it takes skill to be able to finesse people and turn a situation around on people, and Red has the power to control and manipulate people. That they're so good at it. So good at it. Red single-handedly is the reason why for a long time, well into my adult years, and even now, like I question every decision that I make. I question myself. I'm constantly questioning myself. Am I making the right decision? Am I doing the right thing? When someone does something, I'm always just like, it's a whole long story. Except it really isn't. Pretty much what I was trying to say is that thanks to Red, I have a really difficult time trusting people. And when people do nice things for me, I'm constantly questioning their motives, looking for ulterior motives. What is it that they want from me? What are they trying to gain from me? Things like that. Because Red was the type of person that would do something for you and never let you forget it, or they would do something for you and make it so that you felt indebted to them forever. There was never they never did anything out of kindness. And imagine a child being exposed to that. You kind of start to get a really messed up mentality about people doing things for you. The reason why I'm making this video right now is pretty much because I'm done. I'm done with them. I was done with them once before, but I still kept that door open because, like I said, there's someone that I've known my entire life. And it felt cruel almost to close that door indefinitely. And the biggest reason why I kept that door open is because if I shut off that door to Red, I was shutting off the door to other people. Because Red controls those other people that I do consider dear. And I consider them, I would like y'all to be in my life. Even if Red has to be on the periphery, I always struggle with that word. Even if Red has to be on the periphery, the peripheral of that, that's fine. Even if Red has convinced you all that I'm this horrible person, not deserving of love, affection, or attention. Y'all don't know me, so I'm not going to try to convince you that I'm a good person or I'm a decent person. All I can do is say that I am. Red painted me out to be this horrible person from such a young age. Why am I at my last straw with Red? Because I took a long break from Red. I communicated very rarely with them. I didn't ice them out completely. I didn't cut them out completely, but I put distance between us. Physically and emotionally, I put distance because they just weren't healthy for me. Whenever I was in their presence, just being near them made me feel down. I constantly was worried about every little thing I did or said because I didn't want to offend them and have them go off on this, it's just... So I cut off, as much as I could while still maintaining a lifeline, I suppose, so that I wasn't cut off from other people. Because if push came to shove and those people had to choose between me or Red, it was a guarantee they would choose Red and I would be iced out and alone. But recently I invited them back in because it'd been years. You know what I mean? I'm thinking maybe times have changed. Maybe they've changed. Maybe they've matured. I was thinking maybe they might just be sorry for the things that they put me through. And it was a lot. I'm not going to talk about all of it. But let me just say this to maybe put some more perspective on it. I'm trying to keep this as emotionless as possible because I don't want to seem like I'm coming off like I want sympathy or anything like that, but just trying to state facts. I put distance between myself and this person, and I thought I was fine. I thought everything was hunky-dory, despite the fact that I felt numb inside and I had trouble forming connections, long-lasting connections with people, despite the fact that I am a classic overachiever. Everything had to be perfect. The classic signs of somebody who's not doing okay, but in my mind I was like, I'm doing perfectly fine. And I'm not sad all the time. I was. I had deluded myself into thinking I was okay simply because I put distance between myself and Red. When the fact was, the distance was great. It definitely it felt like breathing cool, fresh, clean air. It was like a weight lifted off my shoulders. And I can breathe, and more importantly, I can actually be myself. Because being around Red, I was constantly repressing myself and my personality so that Red would feel in control. Red isn't happy unless they feel like they have total and complete control over you. So if they feel like they're losing that control or they don't have it, Red lashes out. They lash out in ways to where it's difficult to tell that they're lashing out. So pretty much it was like committing the perfect crime. Red never left any evidence. They were never overt. And the things that they did, it was always very covert and under the radar. And even if it was overt, something other people could see, Red would do it in ways where it was easily explained away.
oh, I'm only doing this because, you know, it has nothing to do with her. It's just, you know, I'm just doing this because of this, and this. It's like throwing a rock and hiding your hands. You know, there's no evidence. Red would make it difficult to point out the crime. So it was like I had nowhere to go for help.
Let me try to explain. Okay, the gaslighting is really what broke me, I guess, when I was younger. Because if you know what gaslighting is, it's a way for a manipulator, narcissist to make you question yourself and question your sanity. Just make you question yourself. Because if you're questioning yourself, you're not questioning them. You're not focused on them. And Red is a master at gaslighting and manipulation. Like I said, it all started when I was young. And I will always have a special place of hatred in my heart for Red. There's just certain things you don't do to children. Because gaslighting is... it's one of those things, man, that it can really, really mess somebody up for life. Red succeeded in that. And I'm never going to forgive them for that. I'm never going to be able to look past that. Because doing that to a child, as young as I was, I think the first time I started to realize it, I was like, maybe like 11 or 12. But it was definitely going on long before that. Because once I started to realize it, I started to look back and be like, wow, so they've been doing this before I even knew what it was. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was nuts. I thought I was like, am I dramatic? Am I making up things in my head? Because Red would do things and then, you know, feign innocence. Even like now I'm getting angry all over again because who even thinks to gaslight a child? Do you know how it took me years to realize, yo, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Red is doing these things. And it was made even worse because, like, this is why I say, like, Red is incredibly smart. Because they would do things and they would say things. And then when they were confronted about it, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. What are you talking about? I didn't say that. Maybe you took it that way, but it has nothing to do with you. And everything has something to do with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, they would always twist it and always make it like, maybe I did take it the wrong way. Maybe am I making it about me? Making me question my own sanity as a child. I'm a child. I don't have the defense mechanisms to combat that. I don't even know that this is happening. So I'm not going to go into it. To this day, I find myself questioning myself over every little thing I do. Am I making the right decision? Is this the right thing? Am I blowing this out of proportion? Is this the right, you know what I'm saying? Like, to this day. And that's why I'm constantly accused of being wishy-washy or, what's the word? Indecisive. It all stems from that. Wouldn't you know? I keep emphasizing that Red is smart because they are. Because when I would go to other people about Red's antics, to, you know, bounce off of them, like, am I crazy? Am I seeing things? Am I making things up? Am I being dramatic? They would be confused too. If Red said that they didn't mean it like that, then they didn't mean it like that. If Red said they didn't intend to hurt your feelings, or yeah, they did that, but it wasn't aimed at you, then maybe it wasn't. And if I'm smiling and laughing, that's because that's just my coping mechanism. It always has been. I reconnected with them, and I honestly thought that they had changed. I thought that they had matured and they had grown. They didn't. Long story short, they didn't. We got into a disagreement, and that's when everything just started to go downhill. My whole emotional, mental state started to go downhill, and I'm so proud of myself because I caught it. Being around Red always had that ability to have me spiraling, doing that downward spiral, and I was able to catch it this time. I'm so proud of myself for that because I've never been able to. This time, I was like, no, I'm not crazy. I know what you're doing. And I'm not going to let it happen again. I've made such great progress this past year. And I'm not going to let you suck the life out of me anymore. And it sounds corny as hell, but that's when I realized, like, yo, I'm really healing up in this bitch. I was tested and I came out okay. I'm okay with not having a relationship with Red. If I do lose the relationship with the other people around them, it's a sacrifice I guess I'm gonna have to make. And if I'm being quite honest, I don't even think that the people surrounding Red that I was trying to keep a relationship with. It's gonna sound arrogant, but I don't even think they deserve a relationship with me, because all the time that Red was doing these things, because it started out very passive aggressive, very covert, but over the years it got very overt. One person in particular, I'll call them White. White knew exactly what was going on and didn't help, not once. They were the enabler. You know what, that's what I'll call them, the enabler. I went to White and the enabler, whichever one, you'll know who I'm talking about. I went to White twice, bawling my eyes out, my heart hurting, begging them to help me. I don't know why Red is doing this. Can you please help me? Can you please at least explain why Red is doing this? And do you know what White said to me, to a child crying and bawling their heart out? Well, that's just the way Red is. I mean, they patted me on my back, so I guess that's something, right? I think I tried again like a year later, but Red was going off about something once again, some kind of imagined slight. I went to White the second time, same thing, crying, bawling my heart out. That's just the way Red is. Just try to get along. I'm angry with White, but at the same time I still love and care about White, because
Truthfully, they were probably just as much a victim as I was.
they'll do almost anything for me. Forgot where I was going with that train of thought, but who cares? As y'all know, I just got back from a business trip, and I was in a great mood for approximately a day before I interacted with Red again. And same passive-aggressive nonsense. I don't know. That was just it for me. And even now, they're still doing things to try to, like, bother me and get to me, and I don't have it in me to care anymore. I don't even have it in me to get mad or upset anymore. I wish I could be more specific. I know it's probably irritating that I'm not being, but more and more people are finding my YouTube channel, and I don't need this spiraling out of control or becoming something bigger than what it is. I feel kind of better. If anything is to be taken from today's video, it's I need to work on doing my braids. I feel like this might be the last piece to my puzzle that I have to resolve and put in place so that I can move on and start a new one. Sorry, this video is like different and a little bit more introspective, and I probably got off track and off topic about a bajillion times. I decided a while ago I'm just gonna do whatever the hell I want on this channel, and if you tune in, you tune in. If you don't, you don't. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next. Like, I realize I don't want to end it like that. I feel like I ended it kind of negative, so I do want to say that I am doing much better. About a year ago, I realized that I definitely needed to go talk to somebody, and I did.
A licensed professional.
When you're dealing with, you know, depression and things like that, it is always going to be an uphill battle. It's not going to be, you know, we're doing better and everything's going to be great now. It's always going to be ups and downs. That's life in general, right? So yeah, I guess I just want to like end it on a positive note. I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. So yeah. Bye. Thanks for watching.
Sometimes you need to take responsibility for your own happiness.
You don't think that's a little selfish?
I don't know what to tell you. I'm happy for the first time in my life, and I'm not going to feel bad about it. It takes a long time to realize how truly miserable you are, and even longer to see that it doesn't have to be that way.